So I'm gonna switch back and forth between the presentations and overlay page. Right. So I believe last time we get this open, we create a new project. It's a blank project. Talk a little bit about different document class in the setup. So again, this part of the code is going to be called the preamble, where there's a lot of information going on here. Including the packages that we're going to use for the style of the document, right? Including this spacing on the side, the margins, the spacing for the margins, the notations, the mathematical notations that we're going to use in the document. Okay, so let me switch back to the presentations here. So the goals of the project is to typesetting a document using Latex, and there's a lot of tools that you can use, but mostly we're going to use overleaf.com here because it's easy to share the document with me, and I can easily give you feedback when you need to. And the idea you're going to cite the sources that you use for your document, not only for this project, but also for project 2 and project 3.
Professor,
Yes.
so I have actually, for this project, I have what I want to do. Can I pick it now, or do I have to wait?
No, you can pick it now. You can send me the information by email and say that, okay, I have this document, can I do that? And I say yes, or maybe you can
Okay.
choose another one.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
So what is Latex? So it's a typesetting system that produces professional looking documents. Again, you probably get to see a few documents at this point that I give you, and they are done mostly in Latex. Okay, so the lecture notes, the syllabus, um, all the project informations that you have, they are all done in Latex. So because the reason we use Latex because they have a very nice looking, professional looking notations, mathematical notations, and especially when you're doing this in mathematics and physics and even in chemistry, they have a very nice library, very nice notation that you can use. So produce a variety of document type, including presentations, article, and reports. Even though the presentations I have here set up is in PowerPoint, but you can definitely use this do this in Latex as well. So I'm gonna show you an example of what I have. I don't know if I have it here though, but let me see. I don't have it here. So OneDrive. OneDrive document, Google Drive, CV, statement, presentations. So usually when I give a talk in mathematics, so the presentation's done in Latex, nothing from using PowerPoint. So this is an option that you can actually use to talk about to prepare your presentations, right? Because you don't have to worry about using the notation because in Latex they all have mathematical notations that you can use. So including presentations, articles, which we're going to use for our project, and different reports, different type of reports. If you want to write a book using Latex, you can do that as well. And create standard for scientific documents. In our case, the mathematical documents. It's a good platform for management of bibliography. Later on in Project 2 literature review and the research article, you're going to read a lot of paper and you need to keep track of all the preference that you use in your to cite the information in your papers. Okay, and later you're going to put that in bibliography section, and I'll definitely show you how to do this later. As I mentioned earlier, there are multiple different tools that you can use to compile LaTeX documents. Obviously, we're going to work with overleaf.com. I personally have this two software on my computer right now, the MyText and TextWorks, or Text Studio. Another tool, I think other professor, they use Technique Center or something like that. You don't have to download any of this on your computer because when you use overleaf.com, everything is online. It's very easy to manage. Because I just work a lot with LaTeX, so sometimes I don't have access to the internet, I can just use the software on my computer. So the structure of the LaTeX document, you're going to see a lot more of this later. So whatever you see on the setup in the overleaf document, right, this is what you see. I just basically copy and paste into this presentation. So include the area. So the area between the document class and the begin document is again called the preamble sections. Normally contains commands that affect the entire document. As I mentioned, the margins, you can modify the margins. The font of the document, you can modify that as well. The size of the font, the packages that we can use for pictures will go into the preamble area. And most of the commands always begin with a backslash, right? Backslash document class, backslash use package. You're going to use a lot of mathematical notations. You're going to start with backslash certain mathematical notations. So for example, let's say you have a union notations, backslash cup, right? Give you a union notations. Backslash cap, give you the intersection notations, something like that. Or backslash NIT stand for integral. Gonna give you integral notations, right? If you work with partial derivative, you're gonna do backslash partial, give you this type of notations. Okay, and we're going to explore some of these notations later on. So the commands are case sensitive and consist of letters only. Right. So if you have this union notation and you do your code like this, capital C U P, it's not gonna work. It's give you an error, right? Because the syntax is backslash little c. Some commands have parameters that you can tune, that you can change. For example, the square brackets after the command name are for optional parameters. By default, the size of the document of the letter is, I think, 12 points. But you can actually change that to a different point. So let's say 12 pt, then recompile and see what happened. So, okay, I was wrong. So the default is 11. You can change that to 12 to make it a little bit bigger, easier to read. Okay. Curly braces after a command name are for the required parameters. So for instance, again, for the backslash use package, you have the graphics, which is the required for inserting images. Okay. All right, so title, all right, so curly braces, right, you put in the title. Yeah. So the command here, for example, the backslash document class, then you have the options inside the brackets. You have 12 point, which is the size of the letter, A4 paper, which is the type of paper that you want to print out later. the 2 columns. Sometimes you can break the paper down into 2 columns. And then you start on the first column. When they finish, filled up the first column, to move on to the second column. Right, some options like that. And it needs to know the type of document that you're working with. Are you working with the presentations, or are you working with the articles? So most of the case in our class, we work with an article options. Right, so this is the type that you need to choose. So article, report, book, Bimmer. Bimmer, it's just the name for presentation. / use package, and then here we'll go the package that you're going to include. Packages add new features and commands to LaTeX. So AMS math. So AMS stands for American Mathematics Society. Okay, so they build up this library for you to use math symbols. So all the mathematical notations. AMS SIMP, that means American Mathematics Society symbol. So include all the mathematical notation and symbols that you will see in math and physics. And the package prefix you see already is for images. Any questions so far? So other sections on the paper that include the title, you can include the title, you can include the author's name, the dates that you're going to work on, the day that you're working on the document. And then at the end, you need to have the command / make title. Without this command, the title and author's name do not appear in the output. Right. I demonstrate this in the last lecture already. Right. So that is here you have the command / make title. If you do not include this, you will see that the title, the name, the date will not appear in the PDF file. So I want to have it in my document. I want to see the name of the project. I want to see my name, the author's name, and the date I'm working on the project. Right, so you have to do / make title. A document, you read a regular newspaper, or if some reason at this point you have read some scientific document. Usually a document don't go from one paragraph to another paragraph. In scientific paper, they break down into multiple sections and multiple subsections. And that's what we're going to do now, that we're going to type out the code so that you can break the document down into different sections, different subsections. How would you itemize certain things? How would you include a picture in your document? How would you enter this symbol, this syntax, so the mathematical symbol will appear in your document?
So Professor, you're going to show us how to put that in right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so I would like you to turn on Overleaf right now. I'm going to change the title a little bit so it fits our project. So project 1, type setting in LaTeX. All right, you can change that. You can just type the word LaTeX, but in LaTeX there's the command called /LaTeX. And I think it's give you some fancy, maybe not. We come back to that. Just what?
It's the LT annex.
They both like this. Oh yes. So the capital T as well, and capital X. Thank you. So this is the, I think the logo of Latex. And then, thank you. All right. So the body of the document, it will go in between begin document and the end document. Okay. So I have a Mac title here. I have the sections. If you type out /, and then you give a SEC, the software or the website will automatically suggest something for you here for you to choose. You don't have to fully type out everything if you don't remember the command. All right, so I just type /SEC, and it's give me /sections. And when inside the brackets, you can put in some information. For example, my first section is introductions, something like that. So I choose sections, introductions to Latex, something like that. Okay. And then I envisions that I will need to have a second section. In the second sections, I'm gonna do some mathematical notation, something like that. Let me know if I'm moving too fast. Okay. Not only you can include sections, you can include subsections, right? So let's say in the introductions to Latex, I need a subsections of, subsection like this. This is a subsection. So you start with section 1, introductions to Latex, and then subsection 1.1. And then you can have subsections. Right? So that could be 1.1.1. So subsection, right? When you type out again the sub and then another S, they give you some suggestions for you to choose. This is a subsection. Good, so far so good? You follow along? Yeah. So now instead of the second section of mathematical notation, let me work with a list. All right. So let me go to the next line and say, okay, I need a new sections, and the new sections is called list. A list. Doesn't matter. In the section list, I have a subsection. So I'm going to have a subsection of bulleted list. Right. So this bulleted list will give you a list with the bullet in front. So to do that, to get the bulleted list, what you do, you go to the next line, you say, you create a list environment, the bulleted list environment, and that environment is called itemized environment. So begin itemize. Right. As you can see, there's some suggestions here that you can choose. Just click on that, and it will automatically create an environment for you, the itemized environment. Yes.
For mine, when I typed in the mathematical notations, it like did that.
Interesting.
you don't have to include this options here, 2 columns, just erase the 2 column in the A4 paper. Because it's saying that you need 2 columns, so that's why it's stopped right there.
Oh, okay. Perfect, thank
Professor?
you.
Yes.
None of my stuff is showing me up. I think because at the beginning I was not putting in order. I forgot how you have to press enter. It's only showing the introduction to latex after all this. Because I put it, I forgot you have to press, for these you have to press enter after.
So.
No, it's okay.
Delete the last curly,
This one?
then copy all of this and put that inside the begin document.
I copy this stuff?
Yes.
There. Put it where?
In between begin document and the end document.
Goes, oh, yeah. Can you show me how to
Yeah.
do that?
So
Wow.
select all of this,
Yeah.
right click,
Oh, yeah.
copy, then go here, right click, paste, and you can delete the whole thing. Alright, and then delete this one. So everything has to go in between the begin document and the end document. So now when you recompile it, it will show.
Thank you. Yep. That's quick.
Can you see the screen easy? Is big enough for you to see? Good.
Me, yes, if you can make it a little bit larger.
Yeah, okay.
Some of the stuff I can't see.
Better?
Good, yes.
Okay. So again, all of these commands has to go in between the begin document and the end document. Now to create a bulleted list, you do begin itemize like that, and then you can go with the first item, the second item, and so on and so forth. So this is the first item, and then you can go on to the next slide, type in \item to create a new item. So this is the second item. So this is the output that you're going to see. You got what I got so far?
I did not get that.
Okay.
Oh, I think I got it. I just don't have number 3 mathematical notation. And so
that is fine.
Because I put 2 instead of 3. I don't have a lucky.
So let me
It
see.
says 3.1. Some of my stuff is not in order, I think. That's what I did previously.
Okay, so copy this. Down here. Okay. And then this should be. So this should be good.
Oh, that was
Yep.
very simple. Good. Thank you, Professor.
So at this point, you have bulleted list. Okay. I'm gonna move on to nested list, which is list within list. So the next subsection I'm gonna talk about is nested list. So put some information here. This is list within list. So what I do next is I create a bulleted list environment. And I say that, okay, this semester I'm teaching two courses. One is the applied math course, right? And another one is multivariable calculus. So that give me the list, the bulleted list. Okay. Now I need to put more information about my applied math course and my multivariable calculus course. So the applied math course, right? So you go to the next slide, you create another itemized environment like that. And you will see that at first I have the bulleted list. Now I move on to another list, right? And it gives me the dash list.
So do you do the percent sign like list within list? Does
Mhm.
that tell it to let you do that, or is it just like a comment?
It's just like a comments.
Oh,
It's
so-
kind of some explanations when you look at it, you know what it is.
Is it so that if you wanted to write something that's ignored by like the compile, sorry, I don't know what words to use, but like if you want to just write a note to yourself, could you do it like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you use the percentage sign, then it will the compiler will ignore the commands.
Thank you.
The comments, not command, comments.
Just a minute, I'm going a little bit slow.
That's okay. I'm recording this presentation so that you can watch that later if you miss any information. So in the inside list, I have the information about the course schedule. So our class meeting meets on Monday and Wednesday from, I need to know this, 12:20 p.m. to 1:35 p.m. Okay. And the room is DMF 247, I suppose. Yeah. We should know where we are. Assume we are in 247. So you have a list within list. So let's try that one more time, but for multivariable calculus. All right, so I go to the next slide here, and I do begin itemize. And for my multivariable calculus, I teach those on Tuesday and Thursday, and is 11 o'clock to 12:15. And it's in DMF 459. So the room is Any questions so far? Good?
So this can be recorded, all the stuff you said on the video,
Yes.
we're in Blackboard,
I will post that on Blackboard, and I will let you know when I post it.
not used to typing, my glasses.
It takes a little bit of time to get used to everything.
Oh yeah, typing that stuff, correct, okay.
All right. Now, from time to time in your lecture note, maybe in your project, you need to include an image in your project. For example, in our next lecture, I'm going to include some images here in the lecture note. Now, how would you do that? I will send you an email right now with an image, and you could download that to your computer, and then upload that to the overlay folder. Okay, so let me send you email right now. So go to course. Then I will send you a message. And then I attach not a link, but media. Anyway. Alright. I will send you an image. This is the galaxy image. And I send it to you, let's say this is an image that you need to download for your overlay project. I send it to you, and you should get it. Alright, so I get my
Here it is.
okay, and then I'm going to download this.
You got it, Professor. What do I
You save that to your computer.
save? Where do I save it?
Anywhere that you can find it. Anywhere on your computer you need to find it.
No, I don't know how to save.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Let me save that on my computer. Alright, so let me show you here. In your email, do you have a view message button? Click on that. It will get you to this page, hopefully. Right.
Yes, it did.
Alright, now move your mouse, you move the cursor closer to the image, and it will appear. Do you see here on the
Yeah,
upper right
click on
corner?
that.
Click on that.
Download the original file.
There you go. And then save that to, let's say, on your desktop or any folder that you want.
You just click on download and it's in an open file and just,
Right, you click on this, download the original file.
and then there's a, in the right hand, there's a download. I'm gonna download an image. This
Yes.
is where you click on, I was saying.
Yeah.
Click on that, and then it gets that.
So close it. Click on the folder. So that file is in your download folder.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
thank you.
So now you download the image already. Now you need to upload that onto your overlay folder. So remember I mentioned that there are 3 panels that you need to care. Right, so the first, this is where the codes to go in. This is the PDF document. And on the left hand side, this is where all the files will go. Right, your main file, your images file. So I'm going to upload the image. Right, click here. Right, you see it's like the button, the arrow pointing up. So that is the upload button, and you just select the file from the desktop or from the folder that you store the image. Or select select a file. And then you choose a galaxy.png, and it will automatically put that in the folder that you are working on.
I don't know if I did that right. It's supposed to show up?
You already got it.
Oh, okay.
You got
Thank
it.
you.
Good.
Oh, I see, it's there in the right hand, that's
Left-hand
left-hand
corner.
side.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Any questions So far, so good. Now you need to put this image into your document. All right, so I'm gonna move on to the next section, so right above the mathematical notations. And I'm going to say, okay, in this sections, I need to work with images and figure. So far, so good. And when you type it in, probably you don't see anything going on here because it's moved on to the next page already. So you need to scroll down a little bit. Like that. Alright. So to include an image in your document, you need to create a figure or images environment. Okay. So you do \begin figure, and it automatically give you some options here. And make sure that this appear. Maybe you have multiple figures, multiple images, but for now you only have one figure, which is the galaxy.png. Choose that. And hit recompile. Did you got it? Make sure that you got this, and then we can talk more about
Keep
this.
that. That's yummy. I'm losing track of
Yes.
where I'm at.
I don't know if I did it wrong, because it just says like what the I don't know. Cause it shows it here.
Interesting.
It might just not be. I just wanted to double check I wasn't doing anything wrong with it. Okay, I just wanna make sure it wasn't messed up. It might just be the file, how they downloaded it from the computer.
Show here. Can you scroll up? Can you scroll down? Let me try some. Do you mind if I try something? Can you delete this file
Yeah,
and then upload that again?
okay,
See what happens.
thank you.
Yes.
So I know that in the document, it just went below everything, even though this all matches up.
I will talk about that. Yes.
Okay.
So, I remember. So check this.
Okay.
Why
So-
are mine not, yours are over here, mine are over there?
So again, all of this has to be inside, like above the end document.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Just see the same issues.
No, I'm not re-uploading it.
Oh. We good over here? Alright, awesome. figure out how. Same issue.
Yeah. Should I try like a different image and see if that'll show? Like,
Yes,
instead
yeah.
of like you have that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Instead of mine. You have any of the images from John? So let me assume that we get this to work already. Okay, let me talk a little bit about this. So, Brianna, you have something, the picture like all the way down here in the middle of the entire paper. So, what you do, and also for mine, right, we create a sections here. The section images, figures, and the figure is actually below the section, but for some reason, the image is above the section. All right. So you don't want that to happen to your document. What you do is that you need to fix the locations where you want it to be. Okay. So what you do is that you go here, begin figure, right? You open a bracket, close bracket like that. You do this, HT exclamation point, and it will fix it. This does not fix it. Hold on. Let me see. Usually it's fix it. If not, let's. Okay. So can you do a few things for me? So this is what we have so far. Go back from the beginning. As you can see that here there's no more room, so the software kind of push everything to the next page. But you want to manually do it. You want to push everything to the next page. Using the command, go to new page. That is below the itemized, the end itemized. You do \new page. This one allow you to go to the next page. Force the document or the entry to next page. So you want to do that. And then you go to the begin figure, use brackets, and then HT exclamation points. And the figure will go to where you want to be. Why HT exclamation point? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. It just figure out that is how it works. So far, so good? All right. Some other options here, you have backslash centering. You want to center your image. It looks really nice if you center it on your document. Okay. Another option here is caption. You want to caption your image. Let's see, this is obviously the Milky Way, so you change the captions to "This is the Milky Way." Right here, it will change your captions. Molly, did you get it to work? Yeah. No.
I just tried to download it off.
Yeah.
Never done it. Could it be the file type? Like, but it's PNG, the karaoke, so I don't know why.
Okay. So, when you choose fast, it will ignore the figure because the figure will slow down a lot of time.
Sorry. I
No,
didn't
no,
realize
no
that.
problem, no problem. But you got it to work, which is good.
Yeah, sorry, thank you.
No, no. Junior, did you get it to work?
Yeah. Thank
Good.
No. It's-
Okay.
I'm having trouble because I'm not, I keep on hitting when I try to type, go fast. I'm hitting like keys and it's like moving to like from there to like there and I have to go back and re-click on it.
Alright.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it.
Alright, so let me,
Make suggestions. But I'm getting how you're moving, you're putting like one thing in between things. I'm getting better at that. I'm just a little stuck here. But you said it's gonna be all in the video, so I can just go through it and stop the video and keep going.
So let me did this. So we can here. Choose galaxy. So let's work with this.
Yes, definitely. Yes, thank you.
Okay, let's work with this for now.
Thank you.
alright, so we are at the caption. You with me so far? Now the next line you see has a label. So usually in scientific document, not only you have a picture, you need to explain what that picture is in your own words. You cannot just give people the picture and then don't explain anything, even though you have the caption, but in the writing you need to explain where, let's say, where you get the information and how the information reflected in the image. Okay, so that's where the label coming in. So you can change the label to anything you like here. Instead of big column, enter back dash label, I will change to something that is more manageable. Let's say I change that to Fig 1. Okay. So that label allow me to refer back to the image in my writing. Okay, so let me move out of this figure environment and say that, okay, I am talking, I am discussing the Milky Way, which is shown in figure. And then you're going to refer back to the figure that you have here. Okay, so this is how you cite the figure or reference the figure. You do ref \ref like that, and it automatically pop up all the label that you have in your code. In here, the label that we have is just figure 1. Okay. So choose that. And you don't have to care about the numbering, okay? You just need to do the label. If you have the second image and have a label and you cite the image, it will automatically change the number for you for the entire document, okay? So this is figure 1. If you include another figure above this for some reason, it will automatically change to, the new figure to be figure 1, this figure to be figure 2, and all the label will follow. So here you cite figure 1, but it will automatically change to figure 2 if you add another figure on top of this. You with me on that? All right. So that's for images and figures. All right. Another thing I want you to include in your document, in your overleaf document, or in overleaf file, is the style file that I already create, and you need to include that. So you don't have to care too much about the preamble sections. Okay, I will send you now another email that includes the style file. Hello, this is the style file that you need to include in your overleaf projects. Right. It should be the 416.sty. Right, send it, and you should receive an email by me. Just like last time, you're going to click on the view message button. It will lead you to this page. And then here, the 3 dots, click on that 3 dots. Yes.
I said thank you.
Oh, no problem. And then you download the original file. Save that to a folder of your choice.
This part, can you, now I got the window, that window
Mhm.
downloads, so it's already in my download folder, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Very good, thank you.
Then you upload the file to the overleaf folder. So now on the left-hand side of the website, you should have 3 files, the 416.sty, the image.png, and the main file.
I got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right, so if you click on the style file, you will see this package I create is called the 416 package, right? Which include a lot of information here, a lot of packages here, right? So the first package is to help you edit page layout. That create the geometry, and I say the margin is just 1 inch. So the left hand, the right hand, the margin is just 1 inch. The top and bottom, the margins are going to be just 1 inch. Do you have a question?
Yeah,
You good so far? Alright, so again, the first package is geometry to help you design the margins. Right? In this case, I decided to have 1 inch margin. You have the package of AMS Math, right? So the explanation here, the command for display mathematical formula and equations. Without this, you cannot really do equation environment. Okay. So you have AMS Sim package, right? Math symbol like arrows, operators, special character and geometric figures. Some special character like alpha, beta, gamma, things like that on the letter. You have AMS font for more mathematical symbols and fonts. And of course, you don't need to worry about what's going on inside those packages. You just need to import that into your document so that you can freely work with all the mathematical notations.
You just have to put that like in your document. You just have to put it once, or you have to put it for every time you see what I'm saying? Do you have to just put it one in your document, one time, like these commands, and then you can just use it for the whole document?
Yes.
Great.
And I will show you how to import this file into your main file. Good? Alright. So enumerate package. So you have the bulleted list, right? The dot, the bullet in front, or the dash in front of the explanation of the item. Enumerate list. This is the new list, another list that you can have. Instead of just bullet, you have 1, 2, 3 list. You have A, B, C list. You have I, 2I, 3I list. Okay, so that is where the enumerate list comes in. This is how you create the AMS theme, right? So this is for theorem, including theorem, lemmas, propositions, and whatnot. So you have graphics here. And then the rest of this from here all the way down, I just put it there in case you need something really fancy. You don't have to worry about this part of the code. I just include that. If you delete that, that's fine, totally fine. All the packages that you need to use. I just include in here just in case that you need something really, really fancy in your Latex document, but you don't have to. All right. So now this is the file, but you need to import this file into your main document, into your main Latex document. So how would you do that? You scroll all the way up to the top, and down below the document class, you do / use package and type 416, which is the file.
Yes, sir, I'm not getting what I did wrong.
All right, so let me
Where's-
do that
where's
one more
document
time.
class?
Mm-hmm.
Where-
So document class right here, right? The first line of the code.
Oh, is this what we did before? Oh, you're in the main text.
Yeah, we are in the
Okay,
main
I was
text.
the other one still. Sorry. Okay, so we first enter the document class, yes.
Okay. Then here, / use package. And I'm due for 16. Just that one line of code. And it will automatically change everything for you. Right. You can see the PDF file now slightly different from before. So far, so good? Yes.
So when we do that, you're saying like it uses all the packages that were in the other one, so you don't have to, oh, okay.
So you don't have to do that.
every one that you
Yeah.
did.
You just need this one. Let's say you have this is project 1, in project 2, you're going to do the same thing, but you don't have to do like use package AMS theorem or AMS symbol. You just download or upload the style file into the folder, use this line of code, and everything should follow.
Thank you.
Yep. We good so far? All right, now we're gonna move on to mathematical notation. We need this step of importing the style file so that we can do mathematical notations, mathematical formula. So the next sections, scroll all the way down to sections, mathematical notations. And I'm going to create a enumerate list, right? So list of 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. And to do that, you do \begin enumerate. And it will give you a list of 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. We got it? All right. So in the first item, I'm gonna do set an equation in the middle of the page. So that's what I'm going to do. There are multiple ways that you can do this. There are multiple ways that you can set an equation in the middle of the page. I'm going to show you the first one. That is, I'm going to set my notation, my equation between this $sign. So $2 on each side of the equation. Okay, and I'm going to type in this one. Definite integral from a to b of f of x dx equal to capital F of x. Evaluate, so big vertical line. Evaluate at a and b. Equal to capital B minus capital A. All right, so this is what I'm going to type in. So how would you do this? So the integral is going to be backslash, so bear with me here, backslash, int, that's for integral, and you can see the symbol showed up here. Now I need A for the lower limit of integrations and B for the upper limit of integrations. So underscore for lower thing, right? Underscore, open and close braces, A. And then for the upper limit of integration, you do caret. I didn't know that is called caret. I didn't know it. And then braces as well, B. Then you get out of that braces and do f of x dx. So as you can see, the formula now in the middle of the page, okay, or center, equal to, and all of this, the f, the x are mathematical notation now, right? It's not the regular text. So equal to capital F of x All right, so you need a big vertical line. Here's what you do. You do backslash big BIGG. Like really big, right? So 2G. Vertical line backslash VERT. And you're going to do the same thing for the lower limit of integration and the upper limit of integration. That is underscore braces A caret braces B. And the rest should be very simple, right? So equal to capital B minus capital A. Sorry, capital F of B minus capital F of A. And that is the fundamental theorem of calculus part 2, if you wonder. You should know it, I suppose. We good so far? Okay. So that's one way to set an equation in the middle of the page, or in the center of the page. That is, you include the equations between $2 sign. Okay. Another way to do this, I go to the next item. Another way to center an equation is I'm going to use this. I used to use a lot of this for double dollar sign, but now I use this command more. So backslash bracket backslash close bracket. And then I'm going to just copy and paste the code. I don't need to type it out again. All right. You got it? Got what I got? All right. Another way to center an equation, but this time we'll, yes.
Sorry, how did you do that one?
So let me go back here. Backslash, open bracket, and it automatically close bracket for you.
Okay.
All right, and just copy and paste the equations or the formula.
Oh, but you don't need like the money symbols?
No, no. So it's a different way to center the equation. So the next, there's another way, right? So this way, sorry, here is another way to center an equation. This way gives you equation number. So another way here, you do backslash begin equation and end equations. So this is an equation environment. So I do backslash begin equation and it automatically gives you some suggestions. Let me slow that down a little bit. So begin equation. Right. So So you see at the end they have A and V, that means environment. So this is the equation environment. And in this case, they give you an equation number. Okay, so choose that. In the meantime, we're almost out of time. You have the asterisk here, or the star here, indicate that this is also an equation environment, but it will not give you an equations number. We get to that later, probably on Wednesday. But let's choose the first option here. And then just paste, copy and paste the equations. And if you scroll here, you have an equation number. You don't have to care about the equation number. The system will automatically change the equation number, like from 1, change to 2, change to 3, whatever. So let me stop right here. We will continue with this on today's Wednesday. Next week.
Okay.
All right. In the meantime, you can start choosing a homework or proof that you want to work on and you want to extend, and then start timing out whatever you have learned so far in this class. Of course, let me know if you have any questions. Don't feel like you do this by yourself. I'm here to help. You can just share your document with me if you have some error and don't know how to fix it. The best way to do this exercise is, again, choose the topic, choose the proof and homework that you want to type in. If you're stuck with any syntax, you can Google it. That's the honest suggestions for you to do. And still, if you have struggle with this, let me know if I can help. Okay. Thank you for being here, everyone. I will see you next week. Have a good weekend.